What's going on? It's January 14th, 2021. We're on day 14 of our daily meditations. And a couple of my friends have been watching these. They've been giving me some good words on them. And I really appreciate that for those of you who have been watching and especially giving feedback after watching. That really means a lot. I'm just starting out, but it lets me know what direction I need to be moving towards. And I will say I do need a little bit of direction with these videos, but I'm just starting out, so I expect that. So day 14. For this path which stretches onward before us is a path of which the pains are better than earth's joys, and the sufferings are more glorious than earth's fruitions. From In the Outer Court. We all know that growth is born out of struggle, hardship, and even suffering. And this path that we're on right now is no exception to this. The growth comes pretty much straight out of suffering. When you make the decision to go on this path, as we were talking about in the last couple of days, separation and letting go and making sacrifices, especially, the sacrifices you make are going to absolutely suck, and you will be treated as sort of an outcast. I listened to Alan Watts yesterday talk about how good it is to be an outcast and how society, especially insecure societies, don't like the idea of these outcasts. So everybody who is an outcast, to the people in charge, the insecure people in charge, outcasts are seen as threats. They seem like dangers to their way of life. It's kind of a good thing, you know. Once you step on the path, you are kind of sticking it to the man in a way, but that's not what this is about. That's just an example. But the sufferings on this path are greater than earth's joys. It's the pleasure on earth only gets you so far, except for maybe, love, fulfillment. But a lot of that stuff comes from going along the path. When you go along the path, a lot of the earth's joys are handed to you on a silver platter sometimes. But most of the time, more often than not, it's full of suffering and pain. But the outcome of this suffering and pain, what this leads to, is so much more beautiful and so much more pleasurable, fulfilling than any joy you can get on earth. This is a lot of what Christians teach in Christianity, in the Bible, about heaven. About how heaven holds so much more than earth could ever give you. And how and with Christianity and with most religions actually, once you connect with God after death, there will be no more suffering. It will be all just eternal bliss, as I've been saying. And this meditations book specifically, I feel, talks more of a God within, a discovering of the God within, the same God that breathed life into you. That God is inside of you. And our goal on earth is to reconnect with the divine within. And in the process of doing that, it can be very, very hard, as I've said. It can be very hard. It will suck. But as the military says, a lot of military guys embrace the suck. So don't feel bad about suffering along the path. Rather rejoice in the fact that you know that this suffering will lead to something better for you and for anyone else who follows your example, follows your lead, or anyone else who you teach about the path or even share these videos with. But yeah, that's all I have to say today. Let me read it one more time just to set it in stone here. January, the path. January 14th, 2021. For this path which stretches onward before us is a path of which the pains are better than earth's joys, and the sufferings more glorious than earth's fruitions. From In the Outer Court. Thank you.